today I wanted to take a peek at a bag that I've been using probably almost a month and a half now for work and things like that. And that is the Peak Design Everyday Messenger. I have had Peak Design bags for quite a long time, and so the Messenger brings all the quality and materials from those other bags and puts it in the Messenger. Let's crack it open, let's take a peek at it. If you're interested in doing one of these, this is the video to see what it's like. So I actually just pulled all my work stuff out of this bag, but this is the Everyday Messenger, and I have it in the full black material here. If you've seen the everyday backpacks before, the standard everyday backpack, you'll probably recognize this clasp system. It has a magnetic with an actual clasp, so the actual clasp itself that hooks on these various bars here, but it is magnetically pulled to hook onto there, so it is pretty easy to clasp. And obviously, the more full you get the bag, the higher the clasp is going to go up the ladder, right? Empty, you can go all the way down to the bottom if you want. You've noticed this is actually on a spring mechanism, so you can clasp it on the correct one. When you flip it over, there is no big thing on the back. This does go all the way through, so we can put it on luggage. Aside from that, the only other item is on the sides. There is, right here, you have a small pouch here on the side here. Oh, look at that. I guess I left the silica gel in there. And then if we go on the other side, we have the same exact thing. And there is one of their nice items to hold keys and stuff like that. These are fantastic. They always come with most Peak Design bags. Wrap this around your keys or whatever, and then you clasp it onto here, and then you won't lose it. It'll be with you at all times. Stick it in the stash pocket. And these pockets are kind of out of the way, so they're not obviously there. So let's flip it back over and open it up. If you're familiar with Peak Design bags, you kind of know the layout. It's very, very similar. On the lid, we do have a small zipper pocket here that we can keep some stuff. They store the straps out of the factory, at least, that you can put on the outside of the bag. So they can pop on there, easily attach, and hold on really well. And this is where they store them up here. Looks like I left the sticker in there too, Stu. Yeah. Peak Design always gives you a Peak Design sticker pretty much every bag that you purchase. So zip that back shut. If you ever know which bag you have, I always put it somewhere. So this is the Messenger. It is 13 liters in size, so if you're interested in finding a comparison, this is 3 liters bigger than the biggest sling bag that they offer. Now the depth, as you can see, is good. Just like all the other Peak Design bags, they have these lovely dividers that you can remove if you wanted to just have one big pocket. You can also the origami fold of the shelves. And then you have below space and above space. Great for lenses and carrying of cameras. These are designed really, really well with that in mind. Up here, if you see right on the lip, that actually has a zipper as well. Open that up, and then we have our smaller item storage, as well as on here, there's for batteries or memory cards, there's little pouches in here. A nice little pouch in there. So that is the gist of it. On the back side, there is one other item, and that's the laptop sleeve, as well as a divider in here to go between a laptop, as well as you can put a tablet in here. This technically fits up to a 14-inch laptop. You're not going to get too much bigger than that in here. You might be able to get a 15, but it's going to be tight. My 16-inch MacBook Pro does not fit in here. There's my 13-inch. You can see it comes right up to the top. I can also, at the same time of having that in here, my 11-inch iPad Pro with keyboard case and Apple Pencil all fits in. And then I still have all the capacity down here for camera gear and stuff like that. You name it. The reason that Peak Design puts their everyday label on this, while it's designed with the photographer in mind, because of how flexible these internal compartments are, right? They come right out. This is a bag for anybody. You do not have to ever carry a camera in here, and it is a fantastic bag. So stick that back in, and it just Velcros on either side. So pretty simple. And then, like I said before, I can put that on my carry-on, and now it's with me at the airport without me having to worry about carrying it around. So if you're not going to have a backpack with you, this is a great smaller personal item. So it really comes down to how much room you have or how long your trip is going to go for. But this is lovely because it easily stashes, easily carries. This has been with me pretty much for the last month and a half. I wish it was slightly larger. I would love to have a messenger bag that I could fit my 16-inch MacBook Pro in, without a doubt. If they can make this just slightly bigger to accommodate a 16-inch version versus a 14-inch laptop, I think that would be my happy place. Also, the one thing that I like about a lot of the other bags is that when I set it down, it doesn't tip over. If there's one other thing that I want them to fix on this bag, it's that, because it pretty much always lays back on its back. It rarely ever stays up, even if I don't have a laptop on the backside, because obviously if you're putting a lot of weight back here, it's going to tend to do this. Like, I'll get to work, I'll pull anything out, and I won't have my tablet or my laptop or anything in there, and it'll still want to eventually fall over. The falling over one isn't a big item, but it is something that I do love. I love the fact of setting the bag down and it stays there. So if they could figure out a way of making this just a little bit flatter, maybe a little bit larger footprint so it doesn't do that, and then also make the bag just slightly bigger to accommodate the 16-inch MacBook Pro, those two items would be a winner in my book. The sling itself fits really, really comfortably, and we do have quick and easy adjustment with their slider. I absolutely love Peak Design bags. I think they're really well designed. Love the fabric of them because even on my shirt right now, I have plenty of dog hair. I have 2 Siberian Huskies, so like I'll get dog hair on here. It doesn't stick to it. It actually comes off. It's just held by just the static in the air right now. So easy to brush off, and it doesn't hold a lot of dirt. Even like 2 days ago, I set it down in some really dusty dirt. There's a little bit here in the corner yet, and it was all just brown on the bottom. And I was like, and I just kind of brush, and it pretty much was mainly gone. So Peak Design, you're doing a lot of great things here. I would love to see just a slightly larger version of this. That is my 2 cents on the Peak Design Everyday Messenger. Let me know what you think. If you've known or if you've actually had one of these in your hands, comment below. Let everybody else know what you think. Like, share, subscribe if you can for me, and we'll catch you back here on techgooch for another future video review. We'll see you soon.